So what we're going to do now is we're going to prep for our new tub. This is the old waste overflow system. Oh, sorry. This is the old waste and overflow system. It was designed for the tub that was here before. I believe it was about a 16-inch tub. Yeah, and there you go. And it sat about 13 inches high. The new tub is a 20-inch tub. And so our overflow is definitely going to be in a different location. And I don't want to have to reuse a plastic waste. It is a threaded connection, and we rely on that threaded connection for our compression. So since it's been used, we're going to cut it out and install a new one. And we're going to get rid of both of them. Now I have this fabulous little tool here from Rigid. Has a little spine on it, and it cuts ABS pipe. Real easy, just lay it on, spin it around, and then you're good as done. Like most plumbing, the secret to good plumbing, of course, yes, you guessed it, sandpaper. We want to always scratch and score, whether it's copper, whether it's brass, whether it's ABS, PVC. You always want to rough up your surface because everything we're doing involves adhesives or a torch or solder, and so all of these things require a clean, scratched up surface so that everything has something to bond to. Before we can prep and install our waste overflow, we need to take our measurements off our tub. Every manufacturer's is a little bit different, where the center line on the drain is, how far off the wall it's going to be. So while I still have it in the box, I'm going to stick my measuring tape through the hole towards the box, and I'll mark my center line at 8.5 inches. Okay, so when I'm doing my plumbing upstairs, I mark that off at 8.5 inches. Has a little bit of play to it, so we won't have any difficulty in installing it. This here is our tub. This is a Maryland tub. It's a fabulous quality. They have a reinforced skirt with plywood, sprayed on fiberglass, 5 feet, reinforced bars going to the skirt for transferring the load right onto the skirt. I haven't found a more economical quality tub on the market. This is why I'm recommending Maryland. These are all the components of our waste overflow system. We picked this one, it's an ABS system, so you have to do the measuring and get all the heights just right. There are other alternatives out there that are a bit more flexible and adjustable. But for the sake of our client here, we're going to keep our costs down and just make sure we measure correctly. This is a really nice cover plate as well. It has a nice sleek look. Doesn't look like a traditional waste overflow. So anyway, we have an 8.5 off the wall mark. So what we're going to do is mark this. That's my center line. So I'm going to hold this roughly in the center, and you can see that after I install, I have a little bit of flexibility. Not so much front and back, but left and right. So we have to get this line pretty much dead on. So just like the plumbing pipes, we're going to scratch up the inside of our fittings. Make sure that everything is nicely scratched up. We got our ABS glue here. I get a good run, stick that on, and give it a bit of a turn. Okay. Now what we're doing here is we're using the existing P-trap and the existing T to save ourselves a little bit of time and headache. We're replacing the old tub with a similar size, so we didn't have to risk the potential problems of running into where there might have been a joist right on the line that we're working on. Okay, so my 8.5 center means that I need a piece of pipe. Whoop. That is these pipe cutters are awesome. They come 1.5 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. You just stick it on and go. I must have cut maybe 250 fittings already, and I haven't had to change the blade. And we're going to wait to put the waste overflow, the overflow neck on, because we want to get the tub in place first and then make sure that we can get that to the perfect location. You can see that the way that this works is when this is in position, there's not a whole lot of room here to make a mistake. So you put your gasket over top of it and then the hole in the tub is actually quite large. So you can only be up or down maybe 1/8 of an inch before you run the risk of leaks. So it's got to be exact. So we're going to wait till the tub's in place and leveled, and then we'll determine exactly where we set this. We can reach in behind and do that plumbing after the fact. So we won the battle and got the tub back in position. Gave us a little bit of a fight. That's all right. So now we're just taking our brand new waste here, and we're going to throw a little bit of plumber's putty on there. Now this plumber's putty is awesome because it'll stay as a waterproof seal forever. This stuff doesn't dry out. It's better than silicone because a lot of guys revert to silicone nowadays, but silicone in standing water will lose grip whatever surface it's on. So before we connect this, we want to remove protective plastic from around where the drain hole is, because if we put this on with this little bit of plastic here, seems harmless enough, the water will end up working its way between the layers, and we'll get underneath and it'll start a leak, and then one day you'll just have a really bad drip come through your ceiling. We're going to put this in, tub tool, and then just tighten this up. What we're going to do right now is we're going to dry fit the new Overflow. So we've installed it in the tub temporarily. We have our plumbing in the back, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this off, put the fitting on without the glue, and install it and make sure that we have enough nice dry fit, that we're not too big or too small.